is Jackie Williams. Thank you so much for joining me. In this video, I want to share with you the vertical stretch card and some variations. Now, I believe this was originally designed by Rachel Tessman. I want to share with you the basics, and I've also created a PDF with all of the measurements, so you don't need to take notes, but there is a link in the video description to download the basic measurements for this. So we're going to start with a piece of cardstock that's 4 1/8 or 4 1/4 wide, depending on the standard width of your cards in your country. But the width doesn't really matter all that much. The length needs to be 11 inches. And so we're going to score it at 2 3/4, 4 1/4, 7 1/4, and 8 1/2. Now I'm just going to show you how the basic design goes together. So we're going to take that first panel, that actually folds back this way, and then that folds down. So we're going mountain, valley, and then again mountain, valley. So it'll end up like this, kind of a extended S or Z shape. Okay, and then you'll want to use your bone folder and get those really flat, so your card lays nice and flat as best it can with all those layers. All right, then from there, we just want to add our elements. So the squares here that I have are 4 by 4, and this will just get you started. Of course, you can add lots of layers. Now I've put them in funny colors so that you can see the different layers. And then on this second panel, you'll put the second one like this. And then you'll still be able to see, just make sure that they're sitting straight. It's the advantage of using glue. You'll still be able to see a little bit of that bottom panel. So then it will sit like this. Okay, so you can see this front panel, a little bit of the second one, and even just a little peek of the third one. But of course you can change the lengths, which I'm going to show you some examples of that shortly. Okay, so first example, I've used the Tags to Go stamp and die set, and I've kept this one quite simple, so I've stuck to the basic layout. So it just opens up like this. We see the different pattern papers, and then we have a little writing panel here. And I didn't add any more layers, so I've just kept it designer series paper. And one thing that's nice about that is that you can see the other side just a little bit. But we have quite big foundations here, so you can just have the one single layer if you'd like. And I really love in this die set all of those keys. I think those are going to be quite fun to play with. Okay, then my next sample, I've used the Thankful Garden stamp and die set, and this one I've added another layer. So I have a layer of my cardstock, and then I have my layer of designer series paper. So I've got 2 layers on each of these panels. And then we open it up and we see that nice Thankful Garden designer series paper and the beautiful flowers on the front, the coordinating paper, and then our little writing panel. Then for the next sample, I've used the Pattern of Friendship stamp set and paired that with the Fancy Borders dies, this heart one specifically. And this one, I changed just a few things. First of all, I've done the same card, but I've just oriented it this way, so it opens up horizontally instead of vertically. And then I also extended that top layer so it actually reaches all the way to the bottom of the card. So for this one, you don't actually see a little peek of that second layer. So I guess it is a little bit different. And I've used the Full of Life designer series papers under here and here to get those beautiful colors underneath that border die. And then for this sample, I've used the Everyday You and Me papers and stamp and die set. And this one is in the scrapbooking brochure or in the online store. And for this one, I also made it horizontal, and I made the card a bit taller. So all the measurements that I gave you in the beginning are the same other than the card width. Okay, and this one I've used those beautiful, beautiful papers, and then these images and the dies just to add a little element to the front. So there are all my samples of the vertical stretch card. I hope you have fun with that and have fun with the variations. Remember, there is a link in the description so that you can download a PDF with those measurements so you can get started crafting as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Please leave me a comment. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, please subscribe. This is Jackie Williams, and I'll see you next video. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Bye-bye.